hope you guys can hear me. It's a little unnerving. I can't see you and you can see me. I'm coming to you live from room 505 of the Hyatt Place in downtown San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, where indeed we are one of 22 startups being featured as national finalists in the world's largest clean tech accelerator. And so we're really excited about that, but I'm most excited about being able to represent while I'm out here. So go Knoxville, go East Tennessee, and I'm really sad I can't be there for Startup Day. One of my team members, Madan Sundaram, who's our head of product and technology, is there. Madan, if you're there, wave to everybody so they can see you. Let me take a couple of minutes and tell you about Fiveworx and I think some of the reasons that we're here. And thanks for your time. So Fiveworx is a spin out of Shelton Group, a marketing communications firm that has worked with utilities for over 10 years now. And it turns out that in 28 states across the country, utilities are required by law to sell you less of the energy that they produce and profit from, believe it or not. Now, let me repeat that. Utilities are required by law to sell you less energy. It sounds counterintuitive, but there are huge financial penalties at stake if they don't meet their mandated savings goals. So it's a big market. Gas and electric utilities in the United States actually spent $7 billion in 2012 on these programs, and that number is projected to more than double in the next 8 years. We're looking at marketing for that end, created pretty much $350 and $750 million over that same period of time. Now, the way that typically works is utilities will offer each of you in the room a rebate, $50 here and $100 there to maybe install a new high efficiency water, for example. Then they'll gather up all of those rebates and they'll show them as proof to the Public Utility Commission that they've achieved the energy savings goals that they're required to meet. Now, those penalties, if they don't meet those goals, are huge. One of our current customers is facing $25 million in penalties, a direct hit to their bottom line if they don't hit these goals. Now, there's a couple of problems with the system. The first is that 68% of potential rebates don't get redeemed, and of the vast majority of customers who actually redeem a rebate, they do so only one time. Now, the problem with that is that utilities are leaving massive amounts of opportunity and savings that they could otherwise prove to their commissions on the table. So that's a big problem because it could prevent them from meeting their savings goals. Now, the other problem is that utilities are traditionally not very good at marketing, by the way. And the way it works today is they'll hire multiple independent program implementers, each of which is going to market multiple rebates to individual customers, and they'll spend marketing dollars to get a single customer to do a single upgrade, totaling about $200 per customer. And that adds up for every 5 customers to about $1,000. Now, what we're doing is marketing multiple programs to a single customer in a comprehensive, holistic fashion, dramatically reducing the cost of marketing to those customers by as much as 80%, while still delivering the same amount of savings that utility can use to avoid those massive penalties. So there's one other complicating factor that you have to keep in mind. Utilities today speak to every single human being as if they're motivated by the exact same things. And you could probably look to the person to your left and the person to your right and realize that that's actually not at all true. In fact, people are motivated by very different things. And based on 8 years of data that we've licensed from Shelton Group, we know that there are 4 broad energy segments of the American population, each of which are driven by different motivations for energy efficiency. And so we've created what we call Fiveworx ESP, or Fiveworx efficiency segmentation profiles, to really tap into those deep emotional drivers and use them as levers to motivate people to embrace energy efficiency and make the upgrades that the utility desperately needs them to make. Now, the way we do that is we've created an online engagement platform. So we drive people to a website and we ask them a couple of questions about themselves and their home. And then we present them a list of just 5 specific energy efficiency upgrades that they are most likely to make. Now, why 5 things? Well, it turns out that utilities will typically recommend 15 or more things to a customer. Well, that creates a tremendous amount of friction in the decision-making process, and it dramatically increases the likelihood that a customer is actually not going to do anything at all. So we want to keep that list manageable, just 5 things. But it's more important than that. People who do less than 5 things in terms of energy efficiency report that their bills stay the same or go up. They get angry and frustrated with their utility company, believe it or not, and they are less likely to continue on the path to energy efficiency. On the other hand, for those customers who actually do make 5 improvements, they say that their bills are likely to go down. They are more satisfied with their utility, and they are likely to do 6, 7, and 8 things in exchange. So 5 is a very important number for us for a lot of reasons. Now, when we deliver that list of recommendations, we do that based on an individualized user experience for that single human being and for the segment that they're in. So when we recommend a high efficiency water heater to a cautious conservative, for example, we talk about that group deeper than we recommend a true believer, and so on for the other segments that we have. And the way we talk about those things really ties into the Fiveworx ESP and those emotional drive that I mentioned to you earlier. Now, getting people engaged is one thing, and keeping them engaged is entirely another. So what we've done is created what we call the constant contact, or the exact target, if you will, of energy efficiency. Basically, an online messaging capability and a CRM to continually motivate and engage customers on an ongoing basis in energy efficiency, congratulating them when they accomplish things, motivate them to do the next thing, and re-engaging them if they've fallen off the path for some reason. We're a software as a service business model. We have 4 pilots sold already. We're very proud of that. We've got 2 more launching in December and January, and we're well on our way to building a great business located right in Knoxville, Tennessee. So thanks for your time today. I wish I was there to celebrate with you guys. It sounds like a great event. That last bit by Jonathan Sexton was really terrific, and I was glad I was able to be able to listen in. So thanks again for your time. I hope you heard that, as I've had you on mute. So now I'll turn that off and see what I can hear. Thanks a lot.